Hello friends, I am Jayashree Tavri, and in this video I am going to explain you the working of HLOOKUP. I had already explained about VLOOKUP in one of my video. The basic logic goes same over here. So if you have not yet watched that video, I request you to first check that so that you will get a better understanding about VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. In that video I had explained you the concept of arguments. What are the reasons of errors in lookup functions, and also I have shown you how error handling can be done or how a troubleshooting can be done when you get errors in your lookup functions. So check that video so that you'll get all the basic logics. Over here I am going to just simply explain how HLOOKUP can be used and the scenarios where HLOOKUPs are used. For example, again I am going with the same data of advertisement expenses. In this data, I want to retrieve the expenses done for a particular product. So the user is going to write in particular product over here, and based on the product, I want to find out the expenses done for India. Perfect. Now just remember one thing over here. In HLOOKUP, your first row should have the thing which you are searching. Like in VLOOKUP, our logic was our first column should have the contains which we are searching, and then based on the content fetch, you will be getting your intersection value. Whereas in HLOOKUP, what you need to check is your first row should have your searching value, and you need to give a fixed row number. So based on the intersection of the product name you have written and the row number you have written, you can fetch your value. Okay, now like I have written on specific product over here, TV, and my contains to fetch is always fixed, that is I want to fetch the details of India. As I said in the previous session, I have given you row numbers and column numbers to have an easy understanding of this lookup functions. So over here I am going to write, since I want to find out the expenses done by India, I am going to write the row value as 4. Fine. And now what I want for India at row number 4, this is my content and I want to fetch that. So I can write my HLOOKUP function. My HLOOKUP function is going to ask me for 4 parameters like in VLOOKUP we were having. The only difference over here will go as your lookup value should be the first row contains. That means I can say it should be my column name, right? So I am allocating that I want to search for this contain written over here, comma, where I want to search for that, this is my entire table in which my system is going to search, comma, my third parameter is row index number. What is this row index number? This is going to indicate the row at which you want to find your values. So I am again giving in cell reference where I have written 4 for India, and then after comma I am going to allocate exact match. I am again repeating, please do watch my VLOOKUP video so that you will understand these parameters more better. Now I am pressing my enter key. Let's check if I am getting the output. Perfect. I am getting my output as 20,101. Now when I change this India expenses, instead of 4 I am making it 5, that is it should display me the details of Japan. Or I can even change this, instead of my TV I want the detail of Xbox. Max of the time the term used over here is when you have your data horizontally arranged, go for HLOOKUP. When your data is vertically arranged, go for VLOOKUP. Fine. Now how error handling can be done. Again in the previous video of my VLOOKUP I had explained that max of the time in your VLOOKUP or in your HLOOKUP you are going to get an NA error. So if you don't want that error to get displayed on your screen, you can go with a proper text message also. Now to write that proper text message, you can go with a function as equals to if NA. That is if it is not applicable. What if it is not applicable? Your logic of HLOOKUP now will be written over here. What HLOOKUP? Lookup for the product name written over here in this array for the row number written above, and the value should be exact match. I'm closing my closing my brackets of HLOOKUP, and after that in quotation mark I am writing product not available, suppose. Completing a question mark, enter. So X box is available. Now if I write any other product name which is not available in the series, suppose I am writing charger, so that is not in the list. So in case if that particular contains are not available, your Excel now it won't display you any error. Now it is going to display the text you have written over here. This makes your worksheet more readable, so that the person who is searching for some things will be able to understand that the name written over here is not matching with the contents. This is how error handling can be done with. This goes true for your VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP both. Fine. Again, in the previous session I have explained you in concept of column. Same way you can even go with a formula of row which will help you to retrieve the row number. The logic is, since we have written a manual value over here like 4, 5, 6, and if you, in case if you don't know that, what you can do is you can use your row function, and this row function will help you in finding out the row number. So I am saying row of what? I want to find out the row number of India. So row number of India is coming up as 6. Again I have explained you the logic. This row numbers are going to start with the first row, whereas in this scenario my data is arranged from the third row. So what I'll have to do? I'll have to say row of that -2. Perfect. Or I can again, if I want to find out the row of Japan, what I can do? I can say again row of Japan. But again for Japan, what I'll have to do after closing my bracket, because I'm going to get the answer over here as 7, because the row number for Japan is 7, whereas actually my row number is 5 because the data is arranged from the third row. So I'll be saying -2. I can use the same logic over here. That is what I'll be writing if I want to fetch for India value. I have written my HLOOKUP formula as it is with the value for which I am searching, panel where I am going to search, and then row function -2. In this, the only thing which will happen is you don't need to write the things manually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That row number will get fetched automatically based on where you have kept your cursor. Hope the video was useful. Do watch both the videos. The video based on the lookup vectors, lookup array, and a video based on VLOOKUP and VLOOKUP with column function. Hope the concept of HLOOKUP is clear for you. Watch my next videos to know how you can remove this concept of writing the things manually. Even if you are giving in cell address of a row, this is not practical way of working. So watch further videos to know how you can change this third parameter and you can have a more versatile formula. Thank you.